Right, we're going to move on to our last presenter of this second half. We've had Emma on before, I know that Emma has presented before, so I'm going to hand you over to the capable hands of Emma Sutton. Give it up, come on!
Yep. So tonight I'm going to tell you about an arranged friendship, and it was arranged by a charity. And I decided about 10 years ago that I wanted to do something that wasn't just about me. And I decided to volunteer. And they arranged for me to help someone who wanted help. And I did it because I wanted to feel good about myself, so it was totally selfish. But this is the story of the journey that I went on. And I was I befriended a woman called Claire, who wanted to go to the cinema and who didn't drive, and I did. And this was the very first film we went to see, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And she laughed, and I laughed, and she laughed because I laughed, and I laughed because she laughed, and I thought, this is brilliant. It's kind of not what I thought volunteering would be like. But it turned into a kind of match made in heaven. Claire got to go to the cinema, I got to feel good because I was doing something for other than me, and my husband never had to see another romantic comedy again in his life. Ka-ching. So it was going really well, we've been doing it for years, and it was kind of clear that Claire was a very different person. She's like unlike anybody I'd ever met, and it was really refreshing. So it became about more than just going to the cinema. She saw the world through different eyes, and I got to see the world through her eyes. And it was really nice to kind of see it through a different... I was caught up in the corporate world, and she so wasn't. And she did, if she loved to do things, she did it. And she loved to sing. So when a film came on that had music in, she sang out loud in the cinema, whether it was a sing-along version or not. And after I got over how uncomfortable that made me feel, I thought, isn't that brilliant? And she cared. She cared deeply about things. And there is a spoiler alert coming up here. We went to see one of the Narnia films, and there's Aslan lying on the slab, sacrificed. And because I'm a softie, a tear rolled down my cheek. And she patted my leg, and she said, at about this volume, he's not dead! She'd seen it on Saturday. I couldn't help but laugh. She didn't know that you could have too much of something that you love. And I didn't know until I met her that I kind of thought I did. So if she loved something, she wanted a lot of it. And she loved pink, head to toe. Hairband, nails, everything, head to toe in pink. And I thought, well, why not? If you love it, why don't we have as much as we want of it? And mostly, this didn't cause us any trouble at all. So there's one thing at cinema, and it's called pick and mix. Claire loved sweets. You can imagine how much that cost. But she was also amazing for lots of other reasons. She didn't understand the mask we all hide behind. She didn't understand that you shouldn't show emotion, that you should just put the I'm fine face on. She was sad, she cried. If she was happy, she laughed, and if I picked a film she hated, boy did I hear about it. The one time she told me I was her best friend touched me here in a way that I can't remember somebody saying something so simple affected me. She was honest. She wasn't saying it for any other reason other than that's how she felt. And mostly we laughed at everything. She became Queen Claire because we saw a film with Queen Latifah in, and she went, why is she called Queen? I went, would you like to? She went, yep. And I wish I'd known this earlier. I wish I'd known it when she could be here in the audience, because Claire died last year. She got pneumonia. And I didn't know until that happened that I stopped volunteering and I started loving her. She was one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my whole life. And I cherish the moments I had with her. I'm proud to call her my friend. And I did this because I want you to get to know people. If you ever think of volunteering, it's not about volunteering, it will change and enrich your life in a way you cannot even imagine. If you ever see someone with Down syndrome, don't look with your eyes, look with your heart. because inside that person is a diamond in disguise. I took Claire to the cinema. She gave me so much more.